Hello, and thank you for joining us. I'm Officer Schultz with Border Division Recruitment. I'm here at the Border Communications Center with Alicia, who's a dispatcher here. Want to say hi?
Hi.
We're going to talk about the open enrollment period that is actually open right now. It opened up September 24th. It goes all the way through October 22nd. You have to have your application postmarked by October 22nd in order to take the critical exam next month, November 30th. We're going to talk about the job a little bit, some frequently asked questions, and also Alicia is going to give you a little bit of insight as to what it's like to be a dispatcher. Also, I would like you to know that we are hiring. Border Communications Center is hiring, as well as Orange County Communications Center, Indio, and El Centro. So, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hello, my name is Alicia Murguia. I've been a dispatcher here at the Border Communications Center for about 1.5 years now. One of the reasons I joined to be a dispatcher is to make sure that the public safety get the best service that they possibly can, and I try to pride myself on that. So let's get started.
Ask questions. Applicants scheduled for the critical written exam.
So you can go to chpcareers.com, click on the part where it says public safety dispatcher. It'll take you to be able to, if you got out, you're going to go ahead and send it to California Highway Patrol over in Sacramento. It is going to be mailed, and that's going to be the first part of the application process.
And what are the requirements to apply for the position?
There's several requirements that you can meet. If you've had any type of prior dispatching, at least for a year, maybe at a different agency, or if you've had substantial telephone contact or direct contact with public employees, if you've worked at maybe a call center or just any type of customer service for maybe at least 3 years or so, or some college courses are acceptable as well.
And where will you train once you're hired?
So we have 2 training facilities. One is up in Sacramento, where Officer Schultz should know. We're gonna see how the cadets train as well, so you can kind of go hand in hand with the training. You are there for initially the 3 weeks for phone training, or we also have a different facility up in Riverside, which is called Ben Clark, which you would go for the same type of trainings. It just depends on the availability once you apply.
And how long is the training?
So the first training, like I was saying, is 3 weeks, which is to learn how to take 911 phone calls. Once you're released from that, here at whatever center you end up training, you will go back to one of the 2 training facilities and train for 2 more weeks to become a radio dispatcher. And then come back to the training center that you're assigned to, and you'll be hopefully training and released as a dispatcher.
How do you find out what communication centers are hiring?
So once you submit your application headquarters, you're gonna pass the credit call test, and you'll be placed on an eligibility list. When there's an opening or a communication center, the applicant will be notified. But like we said, I believe openings in all of our centers, Orange County, our Border Communications Center, Indio, and El Centro.
And what is the starting pay for the position for PSD?
So for right now, we have starting pay of $43.08, $4,300. Usually it takes about 6 years to get to that top pay. And we do have some incentives. One is if you are certified bilingual here with the California Highway Patrol, you do get an extra $100 a month. And we also offer an incentive of $300 retention pay. What that means is they'll pay you an extra $300 to work at certain centers. And that just means that we have a high demand for dispatchers. So definitely put in your applications.
And how long is the hiring process for a public safety dispatcher?
It can take between 8 to 14 months. We do ask for a little bit of patience. I was told in my interview that it was definitely worth it, and I can definitely say that that's very true. So
Outstanding.
definitely just be a little bit patient on that process, but it'll take about 8 to 14 months.
And what is the
Abilities needed to be able to start the training. You'll be able to, we'll be checking on how you multitask, your decision making, some map reading, grammar, vocabulary. And we do have a guide as well on chpcareers.com where you can get a little bit prepared for that test.
And after submitting your application, when will you be notified of your exam date?
Once you are you pass your test, they'll be able to let you know, and I believe it's through the mail as well.
Okay, and what are some of the retirement benefits for the position?
So we do have a 2% at 57 years, and that's with CalPERS. We have a deferred compensation program, which is a savings plus plan, and medical and dental benefits as well.
Okay. So thanks again for joining me and talking about the PSD position. It's an outstanding position, and we would love to see you apply and join our CHP family.
Definitely.
Just remember the end of open enrollment is 10/22. You have to have it postmarked by that date in order to take the test November 30th. Thanks again.
Bye.